about 40, I can only describe it as the most horrendous experience of my life. I became profoundly depressed. It was as if my whole world just caved in. And it kind of all came to a head when I woke up one morning, early hours of the morning. I wasn't sleeping very well. I woke up and it was as if I'd seen the light and I knew that I had to end my life. That was as blatant as that. And it was like a wonderful feeling, like a great relief that I'd made this decision. And I got up, put my dressing gown on, and started to walk to the barn where we had a rope swing, and I decided that I was going to end my life by hanging myself. And I got to the doorway and suddenly thought, what about the kids? And in that moment, it just took me away from my own kind of misery. I thought, what about them? And it kind of it was awful. The feeling was awful because I thought, oh, I've got to go on with this. Things didn't get better and I ended up in hospital. And in fact, I was then in hospital probably 5-6 times in a row with really profound depression, always the same, wanting to end my life, hearing voices, having some very, very weird thoughts about things, which looking back on it is quite bizarre and weird, but at the time it was really quite frightening. And look, I'm a mental health nurse, so I kind of, you'd think, well, yeah, I should know what it was and what was going on, but I was completely removed from that. I could not see the wood for the trees. And so I moved away, moved down here to Perth, and had one very brief admission into Murray Royal when I was sectioned, which was just awful. And if it hadn't been for this wonderful psychiatrist that totally believed in me, I don't know what would have happened. But I kind of found my own salvation in various realizations. Really, that meant really searching hard inside myself, and these decisions were, really life-changing decisions that I had to make. But in a way, I haven't kind of looked back from that. There are days when I feel pretty wretched, but then, hey, I think that's the same for everybody. We all have off days. And I try to kind of see that as a transient thing, which happens occasionally, but it passes. And I would say to anyone that feels that sense of utter desperation and hopelessness, tell somebody. And it may be that there isn't a solution straight away, but if you've told somebody, you've shared that information, and it is an inordinate relief just to tell somebody you feel so desperate, and it is vital that you seek help from a doctor in the first instance. The Mental Health and Wellbeing Festival, which I've been a part of planning, is a great opportunity for the wider public to get a perspective on what mental health is, what mental illness is, how that can affect different people, people's views on it. So I think it has the potential to be a kind of a great talking point, just to get people sort of looking, listening, hearing, understanding, and sharing some of their own experiences. So I feel very positive about that. I'm really hopeful that people will take advantage of